you to attain the highest state of experience?
See, the experience what you have from music and spirituality, or whatever it is, it's not different. The bliss is one and the same. There can be division to bliss. The only thing is that the bliss is derived through different means. See, all these trees, plants and all, they are getting bliss through different mediums of sunshine, water, minerals. All those things give them bliss and sustenance. They like breeze, so they give flowers. They express their bliss through colorful leaves, colorful flowers, colorful aromatic fragrance, whatever you call it. They express their grief. So when it comes to animals, they have their own sources of bliss. When it comes to man in the beginning, man in the beginning means he have just stepped into the kingdom of mankind from the animal kingdom. They are basically physically oriented. They may get physical sources of bliss, which may be momentary, which may be for the very short period. So they relish on food, their senses and all those things. Eventually, slowly they will grow into extrasensory things or transcendental bliss, what do we call, at a stage where you are getting the wisdom from within yourself, which is the real source of bliss for all these things you have experienced. The plants have also experienced the same bliss, the animals have also experienced it, the common man has also experienced the same bliss, and you are the yogi, the sannyasi, or whatever you are also experiencing the same bliss. So bliss cannot be differentiated. Bliss is same. The only thing is that whether it is permanent or not. When you achieve bliss from the source, you have a well at your house and he is your neighbor. He doesn't have a well. What's the difference? So for water, he will take a bucket and go to his house, take water, come back. His supply is limited. His provision is limited. The more he works, he will get bliss. Whereas he has full, plenty, potable water in a well, his source is fulfilled. Just like that for a yogi, for a Navaduta, or whatever you call, for a jnani, for an enlightened person, the bliss is overflowing from him. He need not seek bliss here and there. So he will never be in search of bliss. In fact, he is getting bored with bliss. He is in search of miseries. The moment he opens his eyes, he will see all miseries. Miseries happening here and there. You know, Narendra, before becoming Vivekananda, when he went to see his master, Sri Ramakrishna, he touched Narendra's forehead here, and the other started to shout, because I am seeing a lot of things. Miseries, people, cities, streets, people here and there, all problems are saying, I don't want to see this, stop this, stop this. This is the vision. When you are enlightened, unlike what you have studied from yoga, whatever you may have learned from your masters, whoever the masters be, when you are enlightened, you are a balanced personality. You don't have pluses and minuses. You don't differentiate between light and darkness. You don't see black and white. Everything is for you. So you will see blissful things as well as the darkest part of life. Miserable things are also being seen by you. That's why when enlightened people come, you decorate yourself in good dresses They decorate your place with good decorations. Because the moment they open their eyes, they should see beauty. The moment they close their eyes, they will see all miseries also in the world. Everything is being seen. So they will open the eyes and beauty will should be. See, look at those ashrams. I don't know whether they are enlightened or not. I am not opining about all those silly things. I don't want to comment on all those things. But for an enlightened person, he is seeing all miserable things and beautiful things alike together. When you put a candle, what it happens? What is happening to it? It is burning and bringing light. Light is being given and it is becoming what? Reduced to nothing. It is sacrificing itself. The misery is also there. And the empowering light is also there. Both take place. Am I right? Like that, an enlightened person sees both. So this is the experience. This is the experience, in fact. The ultimate experience is bliss. Bliss is not pleasure. Never regard bliss as pleasure. Bliss is the summum bonum of pleasure and pain. We accept bliss. We accept bliss because we know, we think, we believe that bliss is pleasure. And we avoid pain. We think that pain is not ours. Whose pain is then? Pain is part of the universe. When you were born, there was pain for your mother. And happiness that you have been born. Just like the candle experience. You were born, that is happiness. And there was pain of delivery. Labor pain was there. That was pain. So pain and pleasure are part of the universe. So distinguishing between the pain and pleasure is not proper. You harmonize both and put them together. So whenever you do something, you just visualize the pain aspect and the pleasure aspect. Slowly. Now people are not enlightened, but as sadhakas, what you can do? Whenever you sit for meditation, there is some pain. Accept those pain. Register those pain in your mind. Yes, there is pain. There is some discomfort for me to sit on the floor or sit somewhere. You are being irritated by something. You are being irritated by a talk. Accept that and know yourself that you are being irritated. And that is your opening to the grand perspective of life later on. So you cultivate that possibility in your mind. So I can experience pains. I can experience all on a sudden. If you open through such a vision, you will be mad. You see things like that. That's why we were discussing it this morning. Yama, Niyama, Pranayama, Pratyahara, all those basic things are necessary for attaining the Samadhi. If they are not there, you will have this problem. When the Samadhi comes, when equilibrium comes, you are taking sides with the pleasure only and you want to avoid pain. You don't want pain. How can universe give you bliss without pain? Pain is also there. Pain is also your own creation. Universe will tell you, pain is also your own creation. You have created the bliss with pain and pleasure together. How can you accept just pleasure? The pain is also yours. So that is the experience which you should depend upon. That is the experience which you should be waiting for. Until you may get some bliss and never settle for that. Never think that you are going to you have come to a supreme state of bliss. No. Only when you start to see the misery, you are becoming an enlightened person. And watch yourself whether you are being disturbed by the misery. You may be. In the beginning you may be disturbed by the misery. But slowly you will accommodate the misery also. Misery will be part of you. Only then you can start to help others. Because you know the very basis of misery in human beings, in the world. Not only in the world, the astral world too. So you can understand what is the problem. By just reading books, by just going through the notes and all those speeches and talks and all those things, you may develop an idea about bliss, and that is nonsense. That is not bliss. That's why Buddha has used dukkha as the connotation for bliss. The experience is called dukkha. Whereas in Indian texts, the experience is called the ananda. So it was mistaken for pleasure. So Buddha identified this problem. So he has put the word dukkha instead of ananda. That's the thing.